Hey folks, it's Jim, it's Julie, it's Geeking Out. Welcome to the show. We've got 6 more comic book reviews for you this week to add to your long box or add to your wood-burning pile. So let's get to it with Wolverine.
First up, Wolverine #1 from Marvel Now's relaunch. And in this, Logan has been taken hostage in a mall. But who's this strange man that's laid carnage to all of these innocent people? And why does he have a gun that can disintegrate flesh on contact and create energy bombs?
Wow, Bob the Janitor is really going all out, isn't he?
Way all out. I liked this book, but I'll admit that I had to think about it a lot to be able to give you a good summary of the book, because there's a lot going on. And there's a lot that they've left for the next... This is the first part of a 4-issue arc. And they've really set it up to be quite an interesting arc. I liked the art style.
It was okay.
Yeah.
I
mean, it wasn't the best art style. And it wasn't the greatest art you're ever going to see.
Definitely not, no.
But it's still better than the worst.
And we've seen some of the worst in the last couple weeks.
I would definitely give it a 6 out of 10, maybe even a 7 out of 10 on art.
Alright.
My opinion. But I liked the direction that it's going. They throw in a bit of a twist towards the end in who the bad guy ends up being, and I really enjoyed that. I don't want to tell you guys too much because...
Yeah, we don't want to spoil it.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
But it's good, and I think that you guys should go out to your local distributor and pick one of these up.
Alright, next up we have Blood Sea, Volume 1. And in this one, Saya is a kind-hearted, clumsy student that transforms into a unstoppable monster-slaying swordswoman. At night.
They left her name the same?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
But with creatures hiding in plain sight, Saya must protect her friends, but still must keep her dark secret. Alright, so this is the next chapter in the ongoing Blood Saga. And it's not half bad. I actually like this one, but not as much as I like the actual series that it's based upon. Blood Sea is really fantastic. As a fan of
Blood Plus, you mean?
Well, Blood Plus was also really good, but Blood Sea is also really good. This one's a little bit more sedated, I guess. It's not bad, it's just slow in starting. That's all. But if you are a fan of the Blood series, then this is a great introduction to the characters and the universe. So check it out. I enjoyed it.
Next up for me today is Ultimate Comics Wolverine.
Wait, haven't we already reviewed Wolverine #1 today?
Yes. 2 Wolverine #1s. In this one...
and that's why the marketplace is flooded with things.
Just a little bit.
Just a tad.
This one's a completely different story, though.
Oh, okay.
And it deals with very different timelines. And I do say timelines because this one takes place in 2 timelines. We're following...
Oh boy, here we go.
Yeah, we're following Wolverine in the past, sometime in the past, a very non-specific time, but years ago.
He's trying to stop Bryan Singer from leaving X-Men 3.
This takes place before Wolverine dies, apparently. And it also takes place in the present day with his son Jimmy.
After he's dead.
After he's dead with his son Jimmy. And both of them are on the hunt for a mysterious foe known only as Mother Vine. I kind of enjoyed it. I'm not gonna lie, it sounds really cheesy, but I like...
Just a tad cheesy.
It's a little cheesy. It's I'm not going to tell you who your mom is. Jimmy discovers that he needs to deal with Mother Vine from a holographic message.
When did I become the son of Wolverine is what I want to know.
See, Jim, what we haven't told you yet
I was adopted?
You're adopted, and secretly you're a mutant.
Ooh. I'm going to go punch the walls and stuff.
So it's your typical, I'm not telling you who your mom is, it's not important, you don't need to know, here's a holographic message from me, and it happens to contain secret information that one of the other mutants picks up, because he's a techno-whiz. I liked it, and I think that you guys should go give it a chance, because I'm intrigued to find out who this Mother Vine character is. I want to know why she makes people crazy and throw weird Doc Ock looking things out of their eyes.
Yes.
Yeah, it's interesting, and I think that you guys will be interested as well. So go give it a chance.
All right. Next up, we have Shrugged 2, number 1. And in this one, Theo and his friends are entering their final year of high school with Ange and Dev still along for the ride. But everything isn't all fun and games, as an evil force has also returned and intends to silence Theo and his friends once and for all.
Dun dun dun.
Alright. Unless you know what happened in the last Shrugged, you're going to be really confused about this one. There's no catch-up, there's no anything about anything about the last series in this, other than, like, one paragraph of what happened before. And it gets confusing when you're introduced to characters that you don't know about.
But so, there's established backstory, and you know that there's stuff going on.
Yeah, there's established backstory, and unless you're a fan of the series and have picked it up before, you're just not going to know what's going on.
Yikes.
So, I can't highly recommend it. The art's nice. It's your typical Aspen style stuff, so it's good. It's got the Michael Turner flair to it a bit, and quite frankly, Mike would probably be very proud of it. But I couldn't really get into it because I just didn't know what the heck was going on. So, unless you are a fan, I can't recommend it, but it's nice to look at least.
Speaking of nice to look at, next up for me today is Batman and Robin number 18. And this is one of the Requiem titles from DC.
AKA Aftermath.
Not Aftermath. Aftermath is something different.
Oh, I know, but I would say it's an Aftermath type story due to what happened.
Okay, I'm with you there. I wanted to make sure that they were two different things because Red Hood and the Outlaws is doing an Aftermath, Death of the Family Aftermath thing. Yeah. So I don't want to...
Well, I don't mean that story.
Yeah, I didn't want to create confusion.
Yeah, that's my bad.
So in the Requiem titles, specifically this one, it really shows us how the effects of Damian Wayne dying really come to light. How it changes Bruce and how it affects Alfred, and I really feel as though they did a phenomenal job of giving us the emotional conveyance.
Yeah, there's actual emotion going through these characters this time. And it looks like they're actually showing emotion. Exactly. Whereas in the Damian Dies book,
in Batman 8,
it was just abysmal.
It was so fast that you didn't get a chance to care, I felt.
No, and that was the main problem with it. In this book, they're conveying their emotions for his loss. Exactly. And you feel his loss as he's going through the steps, I guess, of, well...
grieving.
Grieving. But,
I loved the literary devices that they used in this book.
Yeah.
It was fantastic. I really, really enjoyed this book. I liked this book way better than Batman Inc. number 8. And I think that you guys
much better.
Should all go out and pick up this book because it really conveys a lot of emotion and makes you feel the death so much more.
Where we couldn't get that sense of emotion from Batman Inc. number 8, we get that sense of emotion in this book. And that's a good thing.
Exactly. I'm really, really happy that they went and are giving us this sense in the Requiem books. So, I think you guys should go find Batman and Robin, number 18, pick it up, because I really think that you will enjoy it. And if you do, let me know what you thought.
Alright, and last and certainly least this week, here's another emotion, anger!
Rage?
Yes, anger and rage. It's Bad Kids Go to Hell 2, number 1. Alright, 4 years have passed since the events in Bad Kids Go to Hell, and now a new group of students have been placed in Saturday detention at Crestview, but the 5 of them very quickly find their ranks dwindling as each meets with a gruesome fate. Can even one of them make it out alive in this detention from hell?
I'm gonna go with no.
Yeah, pretty much. Alright, this is my major problem with this book. And I'm going to be a bit ranty here this week.
Just remember to keep it PG.
Yes, there are children here today. But when you have characters that are so despicable, that are so unlikable, that you can't even care what happens to them, you do not have a book that is worth reading. These characters are so ugly in their states of mind and who they are that I cannot care about them. I want to see them die.
Perhaps that's what the creator was going for.
That's more or less what I think he's going for. But the original book at least had characters you could care about. Every single one of these characters in this book, I don't give a damn whether they live or die. I want to see them die in horrible ways. And here's the thing, but I don't want to read about it.
Yeah.
Because, quite frankly, there's just nothing here. It's characters you can't get any emotion towards, and it really hurts the book overall. And when you have characters you just can't care about, it's not worth reading a book at all.
It's a waste of time.
It's a waste of time.
So there wasn't a single character with any redeeming qualities? Not even
Not at all.
side characters?
No. That's the major problem of this book. And maybe it'll get better as it goes on. I seriously doubt it. But I cannot recommend this book to anyone. Now, the thing is, I enjoyed the first series. I know the guys who created the book. We both have worked at Antarctic Press before. And I like them. They're good guys. But they can't write good characters. In this one, anyway. And it really hurts the book. So, I can't recommend it, even if you're a fan of the movie that they made out of the first one.
Wow.
It's just that bad. And I hate saying it because I love the guys at AP and I love the guys who created this book, but I just can't recommend it at all. So, whatever you do, don't pick this one up. It's totally worthless. Alright.
On that positive note.
I'm sorry. But that brings us to the end of another exciting episode. Be sure to join us next week as we bring you a bunch of reviews, including Simpsons 200. See you next week.